for me, like, acts of service is my love language. And so when people, like, do for me, help me, it just, like, feels so good. So I will say, like, anybody who's willing to, like, how can I help you, or what can I do to kind of relieve some of that stress or responsibility. That's the best thing. Doing the dishes, taking my son to play for the day while I, work, or take a nap, or get my nails done. That'd be really great.
Just have some you time.
Having some time to just kind of collect myself, I think, sometimes. Yeah. What about you? Have you received any kind of experience as a gift that you've, like, enjoyed?
One thing I've gotten a couple times and have enjoyed. So, while acts of service is Courtney's love language, charcuterie boards are my love language. So, one of my love languages.
Welcome to Reframe and Reclaim. We are Courtney Huckabee, a psychotherapist,
and Jen Harris, an interior designer,
who have teamed up to reflect,
challenge,
and reframe your mindset in relationship with your personal belongings.
Join us as we discuss and declutter all of the stuff that keeps us stuck.
Learn to intentionally create environments with improved function and design that cultivate peace of mind. Find the reframe.
Start your reclaim.
Welcome to another episode of Reframe and Reclaim. I'm Jen Harris.
And I'm Courtney Huckabee.
And today we are kind of building on our last week's podcast. So we kind of talked about how people remember experiences more in their gift giving, and that creates nostalgia. We also discussed how you can, on average, receive 3 gifts that you're kind of like, meh, don't really need this, but thanks though.
Thanks, but no thanks.
So today we're going to be talking about and brainstorming new ways that you can give gifts of experiences that aren't taking up, more space in someone's home, possibly adding to the clutter. But how can you give the gift of time, give the gift of an experience that someone will really remember and cherish? So, Courtney, if you could have any experiential gift, what would it be, or what's been your favorite experience to gift to someone?
Experience to receive, if it's possible, to freeze time and have time just to, like, veg out and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would love that. I do think some of the things that my husband is really good at is, like, he's like, what do you want for whatever? And it's usually like, can you clean? Or can you repair something? Or can you do a special project that we need around the house? And for me, like, acts of service is my love language. And so when people, like, do for me, help me, it just, like, feels so good. So I will say, like, anybody who's willing to, like, how can I help you, or what can I do to kind of relieve some of that stress or responsibility. That's the best thing. Doing the dishes, taking my son to play for the day while I, work, or take a nap, or get my nails done. That'd be really great.
Just have some you time.
Having some time to just kind of collect myself, I think, sometimes. Yeah. What about you? Have you received any kind of experience as a gift that you've, like, enjoyed?
One thing I've gotten a couple times and have enjoyed. So, while acts of service is Courtney's love language, charcuterie boards are my love language. So, one of my love languages. But I love when people give the gift of, like, the foods platters that get delivered to your home.
Kind. Yeah.
So it's something that is, you can consume it and it's gone out of your house. It's not creating clutter. It's creating a memory and a moment of talking around this item, whether it's a food or
sharing.
Yes. So building that community and fellowship. And so, yeah, I like stuff like that where it's just bringing people together, because I'm very extroverted. And so I get my energy from people. So the more the merrier. And if food's involved, even better.
My nephew, he loves a good charcuterie board. And I will say, like, anytime we have an event, he's like, are you making a charcuterie? And I like to get the fancy cheeses and the jams and the exotic fruits and, put it all together and try new things. And that's always an experience.
Yes.
So I can definitely say ditto, that I enjoy just making a charcuterie, but also, like, that time and experience of, remember that cheese, or remember that really weird fruit we added on there? And
Well, we did good close family friend of ours, their son, it was his birthday, and he loves sour gummy candy. Like, that's his
Ooh.
jam. And so instead of doing like a cake or cupcakes, I did a whole charcuterie of different sour gummies and sour candies.
Cute.
And like that's what he remembered. Like he still remembers. Like you made this spread of gummy sour candy for
thought
me.
about me.
Yeah, and it was like some of it was like the super hot, things he would never buy for himself, but you might want to try one, or it's like, maybe it's a pickle flavor or something random, but
That's so sweet.
yeah, but that was fun to do.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not always for the holidays, but it is for like celebrating my sister. She and I have a tradition that every birthday of hers, I gift her a pedicure and I get to go along.
Oh, I love it.
And so it's like extra quality time together, and it's an experience, and you're getting a little bit of pampering.
Well, I think that would be a great holiday gift, though, for people.
I
mean,
agree.
taking a break from the chaos of doing the shopping or the cooking or whatever, and just putting your feet up with someone you love, like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. So
Can
I
you
would
get your nails done?
yes, let's do that. Yeah. And I'll say as well, like, I love being with people and creating experiences too. I host a lot at my house, and I have a funny gift that I received that I didn't really know about.
So was this one of the 3 things that you were like, oh, thank you?
This is like, who gave me
Oh,
this?
a
and
mystery.
why?
Love a good mystery.
So 2 Christmases ago, I host friends, I host coworkers, and I host family at my house during December. So it's a very, very busy hosting season in my house.
Which is why we need to go get a pedicure.
Yes. There's a lot of work to be done around this time. But I remember one day I opened up my front door, and in my garden bed there was this broken gnome. And I don't have gnomes in my garden bed.
So
But
how was he broken?
so
or
his
she?
arm was taped with like gauze tape, like the
Like
white.
it's injured.
Yes, his arm was broken, and it was taped. This should have given me a clue. Now I know how they taped it. It was taped, and it was like holding up this little spring with a butterfly on it, which was, kind of cute. And so I know I hosted some of my friends. I know I hosted some of my coworkers and some of my family. So I texted a few people like, "Did you guys like leave this here? Is this like a practical joke?" And nobody knew where it came from. Like everyone I texted, and I realized last Christmas I was hosting my family again, and my cousin and his wife walk in the house like, "You actually still have this gnome?" And I was like, "Yes, he's part of our family now." He I didn't know who gave him to me. I didn't want to like offend anybody, but
Like, his name's Franklin.
I've
named
adopted.
him.
It's kind of like the stray dog that comes. You just kind of like, okay, you're part of the family now. And they were like, "Yeah, it was a gag gift. We actually wanted to, surprise you because you're always hosting. We thought you would know that, it came from somebody." And I found out literally last Christmas. A whole year went by, and it was revealed to me. But it's given me an idea, and I've actually heard some people on the socials doing this a little bit. If you are wanting to declutter your home, and if you have something that you don't particularly need or want, when you go to a friend or a family member's house that's hosting, you just politely leave it somewhere and see if they notice it. Because I'll say, I did not know for a whole year, but I didn't discard him. And I think I might try to do that this next.
Instead of the elf on the shelf, it's like a gnome in your garden.
A gnome in the garden, or it could be like a vase
A gnome
on
in your home.
A vase on the bookcase.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a fun idea to declutter a little bit, but don't trash somebody's home.
Right.
But leave a little sentiment of something that won't spoil or go bad or
Right.
But
That's
hey.
something that says Happy Holidays. I'm watching.
And it's a fun little what? When did I inherit this?
Right.
Where did this come from?
I like that. So you don't have to reserve pranks for April Fool's Day. You can incorporate that into the
For
holiday
neighbors,
season.
coworkers,
Yes.
friends, and family members for the season of giving.
So I was also gifted, this wasn't Christmas, but a friend of mine as a gag gift, she wanted to get me the ugliest thing she could find in the store, and it was this is like early 2000s, and it was a monkey dressed in a human body with the tailored English suit, and like it's holding a single taper candle holder. And I mean, this thing is like 18 inches by 4 inches diameter, like giant, and it's holding one candle, one taper candle. It's super obnoxious. And but she's like, "Isn't this great? Put this right on the mantle, And so then it became this running joke between us. But yeah, I think it's fun to kind of do this kind of gag gifts, which kind of goes into like the white elephant,
I love
or
white
like the
elephant
Yankee Christmas,
gifts.
Dirty Santa, whatever you want to
Yes.
call it. But that could also be a good way to re-gift those gifts.
And I will say, I have attended many a white elephant gift exchanges, and I love them because typically the way I play with my friends is you have to bring something from your home. You can't buy something.
Love it.
And so it is so fun because somebody's like, I don't really want this. Who would want this? And someone else is like, that's score.
Right?
Like, I love it. And I remember one Christmas we did a white elephant, and one of my friends brought a meat tenderizer.
Oh.
And I was like, I'll take that. Yeah, I want that. It was just kind of one of those things. I don't have one. I would never think. I was in my 20s. I'd never think to buy one, but I do.
Just come in handy every once in a while.
Why not? That's useful. So I can think of a few things. I don't know all. And my husband is actually part of a social club, and they have like this one gift that they always wrap and gift under the tree, and they do like this whole like pick a number and you can exchange the gift so many times. And that gift is always there. And so you're like, oh, but if you get the gift, you can't give it away.
Oh,
but you have to hold it for a whole year, and store
yep.
it for a whole year and rewrap it and hope somebody else picks up the gift. So it's kind of a fun way to do that.
We had a group like that, but it was for our yearly fundraiser. And so you would bid on this little stuffed penguin that you would take to your home for the year. And so whoever bid the most money got to take it home.
Oh, so that's like you wanted that penguin to take.
I mean, it was still something that's like, where am I going to put this? And I've got to keep track of it. But it was just a fun little way to acknowledge whoever donated the most money. So.
Well, and I do think, again, like things that you think about experiences, right? So like instead of like the gift, it's kind of fun of like something that the white elephant, something I don't really want, but maybe, it's kind of fun to say I got rid of it. And then if you get something you don't want, you're like, it's not a big deal to like also get rid of
it.
And that can be fun, and it can create humor and, excitement and disappointment and all the mixed bag of emotions that come, but also isn't a huge financial investment.
Yes.
And, those memories, I remember that meat tenderizer. So thanks. Thanks, Scott. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, along with experiences, again, I think food is a really great one. Something that comes in your home and goes out, or like for kids, maybe it's new art supplies or something like crayons that they can use, and then it goes away. So it's not something that lives in the home all the time, taking up, it's not a giant, car or something that takes up.
Yeah, trying to find more real estate to keep and store and maintain an object.
And again, maybe it's not the art supplies. Maybe if they really like art, you take them to a museum, as an experience, or take them to the zoo.
Art lessons.
Or art lessons,
right?
Yeah.
I know that we've asked a lot of our family members to give experiences for our son. He has so much wonderful blessings in life. One year, a zoo membership, swimming lessons. Another year, a special date time with grandma, grandpa. That's kind of fun. Or going to get ice cream. And so those kind of things that are so simple and small, but we've kind of created that as a fun time or an experience together. It's like sharing that moment or having that memory.
Yeah. And even like with the drawing, like you can even in the card, just copy like a QR code to a YouTube video, something like, here's how to draw something, and you can draw it together, or you can package that with, a sketchbook with pencils, or, things to try to find ways to be creative, or it's like, here's how you build a fairy house outside, or get some sticks. So kind of broadening a kid's view of what they can do with the same items they already have, or things found in nature.
Expanding their experience and confidence and abilities. I will say, when we talk about like giving experiences, my brother is like the expert at this. Like every year he gives an experience of some kind. And so I think it was last year, he gifted us a fishing trip with him. And so we got to kind of coordinate the time and everything, and we went fishing together. And it was really fun. We didn't catch any fish, but I still remember that fishing trip. And then, like, for my nephew, he's a young adult now. He gifted my nephew, along with his wife, like a road trip away. And so they took like a mini road trip and a weekend away to do some fun stuff. And then for Mother's Day, they have hosted us a few times and had like a Mother's Day brunch for his wife's family and his family. And so they just host all of us. And this last year was like really magical. Like, it was like this garden party, and we played family games. And they like made all this like really delicious and like unique food, and like homemade sourdough bread, and like just a charcuterie. And it was just so nice, like, to have that moment of like, again, being thought about, but then it's an experience, and we're sharing that time with our family and our extended family. So this can be really, really memorable.
Yes, yeah. And even like season passes to places. So if it's like you do find a place where you've had this experience, like maybe we went to an amusement park, and like you had a great time, it's like continue that by getting someone a season pass, or you know, or the zoo, or you know, other places like that.
My husband, a few years ago, he Gold Star. So he had a massage membership, but he was like, I don't really go. He actually gifted me his massage membership, and then we still like accrue points and things. And so when he gave it to me, it had like so many services already packaged in. So I was able to go get a massage, and get a facial, and get stretching, and get an extra long massage. And I still have that massage membership. So very thoughtful and kind. And again, that kind of like, let me do something for you. Let me help you and take care of you. So
I think also too, like, for me as a parent, like for kids, right? They don't have a lot of money. Like, we always give our boys like some money to go buy your brother something, or buy the family member something. But I know for me, like, all those homemade things are always mean way more. Like, it's a popsicle stick with some marker colored on it. But I'm like, oh, it's amazing.
my son, he's only 4, so he hasn't made me a whole lot of homemade things yet. But my nephew, we just started decorating for Christmas this weekend, and I have put up his ornaments, his popsicle stick painted snowman face ornament that's on my tree, and then the globe that's painted white on the inside and some markers on the outside to be another, you know, Christmas ornament. Like, those things I will always and forever cherish. So I'm there with you. Like, something that's homemade or handmade, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. It just goes up on my Christmas tree and has a very special place on my Christmas tree every year.
And another thing we do, this isn't with Christmas, because like we have family friends who we're usually so chaotic during the holidays, but we get together every New Year's. And then the kids get to try and stay up together. And so we kind of, sometimes we go places, sometimes we stay at our house, but we do that instead of exchanging gifts. We just have like a really big party for New Year's, and, you know, finding other times to make it special. But I think definitely anything like a food is a great gift, then to build an experience around. Even coming up with a new tradition where it's like, hey, we're going to go camping in the backyard, and, you know, let's see if we can spot anything in the sky, or, you know, maybe it's a different place where you're sleeping on Christmas Eve, or try to stay up as late as you can on Christmas Eve, or, I think you can come up with lots of different ideas.
Yeah. And when you brought up like that party with all the kids, like, one thing I try to do a few times a year is get all of the little cousins together, and have like sleepover, movie, arts and crafts, playing outside, just time together, because we have such a large family, but we're really spread out. And I will say, I always love those weekends, and the kids are usually like, when do we get to do this again?
Yes.
So again, even for the kids, you know, even though we want our children to like have the coolest thing or the neatest gadget, those experiences can really just, you know, carry on so much more weight than, you know, that toy can last, you know.
Yeah, and let's be honest, they already have enough toys. So, and the adults usually have enough things too. If we need something, we normally go buy it ourselves already. So
yeah. So we wish you this holiday season more experiences, more time with loved ones, and
more charcuterie.
Oh,
all the
all the
charcuterie you can handle.
Please, I know this is charcuterie season, but just really thinking outside of the present box and how we can share time and enjoy others and share thoughtfulness.
Yes, and everybody again remembers the experience. You don't always remember what was said, but you remember the feeling. You know that the old saying. So really think about how you want to feel and how can you bring that experience to the holiday season without buying something new that's going to live in your house that you don't need,
Or storage box.
or storage box.
So as you're reframing your mindset around the holiday season and reclaiming your time and your space, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and New Year.
Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa.
And follow, share, and also share about your own experiences, how you've created experience or shared sentiment with others without having to collect things.
Yes, we'd love to hear it in the comments below. We'll see you next week.